Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my playthrough of Age of Engineering. Ooh, look at all of these, isn't that nice? Whoops, I hate that. Every once in a while they'll transport you. Like that. Ow. It doesn't hurt too bad. That only took what? Woohoo! A big chunk of my life. That's not good. Ooh, could I do have one steak sandwich? There we go. That should make us a little better. And let's throw our goodies in there and take a little nap. So to start today's episode, well, it's been a couple of days because I kind of ran into a snag. Now, there's 111 mods in this pack, and to be an expert at all of them I think would be a little tough, and I don't claim to be an expert at any of them, which is a lot easier. But I have run into the occasional snag. One of those snags is, by the time a lot of people get this far in the mod pack, if you're trying to follow what they're doing through a YouTube or other type of thing, wonder why those glow purple like that. Interesting. You reach a point where they go, well, I did a lot of work off screen, but you can't blame them because you need to do a lot of work off screen. However, you end up coming back to find things like, well, the next stage of our process being almost impossible. First, though, I need to straighten something up. Remember this device, the storage module tablet that we made last episode? Well, I made one little mistake with it. What you actually need to do is, okay, if we look at storage, there's the little thing we made, the storage control module, okay? And then there's also the tablet, right? Those are the two items you need. Now, the last time we built these, after we got them both built, I put them together in the crafting table, okay, and then threw it in the charger. Now, I forgot about them till the end of the episode. Now, when I got them out of the charger, I found out I could not link it to my sorting system. What you need to do before you put this storage control module together with this, you need to shift and right click, or sneak and right click, as they say. Well, as it says here, sneak right click on the storage scanner to set the target. So once you do that, then combine it with this, charge it up, and you'll get this animal. And of course, the beautiful thing about that is once you have done that, you get this, okay, which shows you exactly what that one does, but anywhere in the world. And I think it's cross-dimensional. I'm also going to show you how to use the crafting grid that comes in these. Now, moving right along. So that's the first thing. So that should be functional, and that's great because that will allow you to not only import and export items anywhere you're standing, it will also, as I said, allow you to craft those items. Speaking of crafting items, I have crafted a few things. One of the things I crafted was this, an ore washing plant, because we can effectively get a little bit more of the smaller bits of uranium from here as opposed to doing it the way we were doing it. And then of course we'll still need to use the fluid solid canning machine to stick them into the rods. However, and we're going to demonstrate that probably today, our nuclear reactor has generated, well, there's 40 million in there now, as well as all the time I've run it. We're down to about half snort on our stuff, as you can see. Just a hair above half on our nuclear fuel rods. So that's okay, because we do want those There's no point. This is still running absolute 0% temperatures, even when I run it long enough to fill that entire MFSU. So I think that's a very successful nuclear reactor. And it is, of course, going to this guy, our Mass Fab. Now, I'm not sure if I built this on screen or off. Reason being, I did record a couple of episodes and kept running into an issue of I'd get so far and then get stuck. Yeah, I will explain further as we go along. So, I mean, a Mass Fab is a fairly basic IC2 machine. There's nothing we haven't built as a component of it, right? Here's our Mass Fab. So, a little bit of glowstone dust, a couple of advanced circuits, a lapitron crystal, which we built. That's just the crushed lapis. A couple of advanced circuits, and an energy crystal, which is an ergium. And an ergium, of course, is crushed diamond and crushed redstone. So we put that puppy together, and what it does is it's going to produce UU matter, right? There you go, UU matter. I've currently got 66 millibuckets of UU matter. And yeah, it's weird. The last time I actually used Mass Fabs, they produced a solid, not a liquid. So again, this is a bit of a different thing for me. And yeah. Come out of there, please. Oh, stop it. Are we done? I also see an issue here I'm going to have to fix in a moment. But if we turn this on, we'll see that it fairly quickly, because it's using the full resources of that nuclear reactor, goes up there, boom, and produces a millibucket. Now, if you put a piece of scrap in there, see how for a very split second, okay, watch, 40, 45. I mean, it burns it really quickly, right? If you put a scrap box in there, as you can see, it burns it for considerably longer. Alright. Now, granted, we're using a lot of juice to do this. I'm just going to let it burn through that. Okay. Let's turn it off. Throw that in. So, that's coming from here. Alright, we've got scrap boxes. Oops, that immediately sent it over. That's because it's designed to always be on. Yeah, I'm not sure where you think you sent that, to be honest with you, dude. I'm just going to quickly switch that to a redstone on. I don't know where that other one is. It must be in the piping. What I did was I simply, if you look down here, whoops, or come down here, yeah, I've just simply used pipes, and I'm using a, believe, blue channel to put that in. So let me explain that while we're here. Alright. Setting up this piping. Now I've got one cobblestone generator. Now it is top tier, tier 5. And it will supply all 4 of these recyclers. That, as you can see, are set up with 3 OCs each. Usually I put a battery upgrade in them. I didn't this time. Okay. This one tier 5 will keep up with supplying all 4 of these. And what I've done is I've set these up as in-out. They're in on green, so it feeds the cobble gen in on the green signal, and they're out on brown, right? And as you can see, the little arrows on them, right? Green in, out brown. Every one of them is that way. Green in, out brown. And then this one we've simply got to brown in, right? So anything on a green channel, these guys will take in. The only thing on the green channel, as you can see, this guy is output green. So that's how those work. That's why they can share one set of pipes to do two jobs. Okay? And that's what I've got them doing. When this guy's on, now immediately one of these will light up, and slowly but surely it'll bring all the other ones. There's that one's now lit up, and then I think the next one to come on will be this one. Right? As it gets one extra piece squeezed out there, it will fire it into the next one, and then once it's lit up, it'll keep feeding them. And it feeds them to here. Alright. Now I've temporarily turned this off just because I want it to go long enough to get a piece of scrap. There we go. Alright. Let's start it up. There. It instantly produced a scrap box. Now, that can't go anywhere at the moment because this is full. And this only has a 1 unit buffer. So, now we'll notice 2. There we are, 4. All of these are online. All of them are full. So that tells me that this could act, well, I don't know that all, yeah, all of them are full. That tells me that we are actually in a position where if we wanted to, we could either A, pop another OC in here and get these to run even faster, or we could actually add another recycler. But I'm going to go with this for now, okay? So, what is the point of producing this lovely UU matter? Alright, let's get on with it. This is the point. I don't really need that running, especially at night, because my only power source is solar panels. However, pretty much every time I log on, I build another one. So you can see we've got quite a grid. I believe I've got 25 of them in total, and I'm using 3 CESUs as buffers. So I've got darn near 1 million K in storage, and that's how I get doing things like that in the middle of the night, because I have 1 million EU stored by the time night rolls around. And believe me, those things build it up pretty quick. Alright, so let's move on. Let's say we're producing UU matter, which we actually are. You need 3 things. Well, it's a 4-step thing, but I showed you one. You need a mass fab. Then you need this item. This is a scanner from Industrial Craft. Alright? And it requires power. As you can see, it's actually, I believe, a tier 4 or something. But let's have a look here, shall we? In other words, it takes pretty good juice. Here we are. Yeah, it's a tier 4, so it'll take, I believe, 512 EU in. So, and it's not that tough to build. The only thing we haven't built here before is this reinforced glass, which is pretty simple, as you can see. A couple of advanced alloys and a bunch of glass. Again, I mean, we built a bazillion of these. The other thing we haven't built, now, advanced control circuit, or sorry, advanced circuits. I mean, yeah, okay, they're a bit nitpicky, but I build them now in bunches, just because they are such a pain. Advanced machine casing, same thing. These little guys we built a ton of. They're simple. And the other thing we've never built is illuminator. But it is very simple too, and for some reason they give you 8 of them. I don't know that I'll ever use more than the 1, but we have 7 of them sitting in storage now. And as you can see, they're also very simple to build. So nothing difficult in this machine at all. It doesn't advance you, it doesn't get you far, but you do need it. The other thing that we need is a pattern storage. Now, pattern storage is cool because it's going to do a couple things for us. One of those things is advance us to the next age. See, triggers age 7. Now, we built these before, mining lasers. Again, advanced circuit, nothing big there. We've obviously built one of these because we're using it to access all of our storage stuff. See, it's pretty simple. Machine frame, a chest, some redstone, some nether quartz. There's nothing to it. These guys we've never built before, crystal memory. Well, they're just basically silicon dioxide dust and obsidian dust, and it will give us these, crystal memory raw. And then you simply smelt them, and they become crystal memory empty. Alright, so we need those. Oddly enough, here's where it gets difficult. Now, these things are rabbit hole, right? As I call them. Just, you know, you look at one simple thing, and the next thing you know, you got to craft 30 other items just to get it. So yeah, these bottom items are sort of that kind of thing. What I had an issue with is every single YouTuber I watched, and I mean I watched a lot of the big guys that are doing this pack, got to this point and went, well, I did some crafting off screen, and miraculously showed up with this. Now watch what happens when I click this. Want to see it again? One more time? Yeah, absolutely nothing. There is no way within the confines of this game to find out how to make this. So I went to the wikis. Like I said, after perusing all the big YouTubers, I went to the wikis. And of course, probably the wikis is, one, they're never kept up to date. So even should you actually find the right mod pack, because this one does it different than other ones, they all do, right? They've all got their little walls or whatever it is that they put in there. Well, here's reinforced stone, okay? And it's up here for a reason. That's reinforced construction foam. Yeah. So, how do we make this stuff? Because, as you can see, it's pretty tough. You know, that's a mandolin pickaxe. It's pretty good. It'll knock obsidian out in about 10 whacks. So yeah, as you can see, this stuff is not easy. So how do you make it? Well, boy oh boy. I did eventually figure it out by taking a combination of a few IE2 tutorials that I saw on YouTube. Mind you, they were years old, and the methods have changed a lot. But by taking a combination of those and a few other things, I eventually figured it out. First thing you need is an item called a CF sprayer. Now, they're pretty easy to build, okay? There we are. Empty CF sprayer. 3 iron item casings and a universal fluid cell gets you a CF sprayer. The other thing you need is what it's filled up with, which is this, CF powder. Now, this requires small stones or stone dust, and we get tons of those from over here. These guys, the extraction chambers, right? Small stone. Okay. So that's where we get that. All right. Okay. Now here's something I don't know if you guys knew you could actually do. If we take now, problem is sometimes it doesn't work with industrial craft. Yeah. Alright. Now you'll notice I'm in my tablet. If I click move items now, it moved it into here. So as long as I actually have those, and I do, I have 63 of these, and I have, right, all of the stuff, I can produce them right here. Let's say I wanted 8. There we are. It made 8 of them. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, just a thing, and then you can right click the pattern out. Neat, eh? Ta-da, we now have 8 CF powder. Alright, so now that you have your CF sprayer, your CF powder, what do we do? Okay, well, this is what you do. you go to a fluid solid canning machine. Now this is the animal we use to stuff the nuclear material into the rods, and you put it to this fluid enriched tank or cell, because keep in mind this was built with a cell. So we stick you here, we stick our CF powder on here, and boom. And what it's doing is filling this. Right? There's 4,000 millibuckets, 5,000. And it holds, I think, like 8. And when it's full, it'll move it over here, which will stop the process. I guess it holds more than... Oh, we're not full yet. There we are. You see? Oh, don't do it. I'm sorry, it won't actually. It'll put it in here. And then you got to go through a process to get it back out. So I advise you always start by putting your empty guy here. Put 8 chunks in here. Period. No more, no less. So now we have a CF sprayer. Now it's kind of a weird thing. It's made to spray something called CF foam. And the foam basically makes blocks. And the blocks, if you leave them long enough, will harden. Alright? But that's not what we want it for. We want to make reinforced stone. Believe me, the answer is not obvious, okay? Let's have a look. We need iron. Alright, and we need iron in the ingotiest of forms. So, let's grab some iron, shall we? And what we need to do with that iron is make a thing called iron scaffold. So, if we take iron and we do this, okay, you'll see what we get are these iron rods. Alright, let's build 4 sets. Okay, we've now got 16 iron rods. Let's clear these. If you take iron rods and put them in this pattern, and then put this across the top, you'll get an item called an iron scaffold. Now for some reason it's not showing it here. Occasionally this thing does have trouble with IC2 patterns. So maybe that's what we're running into here. Iron rods, iron ingots. Alright, why am I not getting iron scaffold? What am I messing up? Iron. Block of iron, glass. Iron scaffold. Here we are. Oh, that's right. That's to make steel scaffold. I'm sorry, I was using the pattern for steel scaffold. Alright. Oops. My apologies. You will need steel scaffolding, and if you're wondering how to make steel rods, because again, that's another thing I ran into. If you decide to make like the metal former, or the metal press, it'll tell you that the metal press requires steel rods. How do you make steel rods? Well, you make them in the metal press. Or the way that I just showed you, which is to put 3 steel in a pattern like that. Okay? So, but apparently, this doesn't work that way. So let's get ourselves some actual iron scaffold, shall we? We'll need iron plate. And we do have some. Lovely. Okay. We need iron fence, huh? Which through... Oh, look at that. The metal former, if we take iron metal casing... Oops. That's an interesting way to spell iron. Alright, do we have any? We have 1. Well... Alright, we might as well not even go there. Let's, how many can we get? 4? Sure, let's grab 4 of those. Yeah, that's pretty handy, eh? I mean, I'm standing on a crafting table, so it looks almost pointless, but no, it's pretty handy. Alright, now we've got our plates. Scaffolding, we need iron fences, so iron item casings. So if we go over to our metal former, we can go to that. Oh, we got to make the casings first. Oops. So where'd you go? There you are. And this is a fairly quick process with the couple of OCs and a battery upgrade. Of course, you'll notice it is night, so we are draining these directly. Yeah, we're starting with the top one. But that's okay. Are you done? Not quite, eh? Alright, there's those, and if we go here, it should get us our gates, fences. There we are. Pretty cool, actually. Let's just borrow this to speed the monkey up a little. And see, we're starting to chew into the power. And I'm not sure why they have such an issue holding that. I'm really not. It'll build it back up now. I'm not at all sure why those have such an issue with that. I mean, we're certainly producing enough. Something's gumming up the system. Alright, let's get on with this, shall we? So now, we can actually move these here. We can make a total of 16 iron scaffolds with what we have available. Or, yeah, iron scaffolds. Let's do half of that, shall we? Excellent. And you get 2 for each. Nice. Alright. So now... Oh. Whoa. What the heck, man? I don't actually have... not only do I not have a weapon on me, I'm not 100% sure where they are. To be honest with you. But I don't really want Creepy Boy following me around on my building. Come on, Creepy Boy. Ah! Good thing is, no explosions. The only thing he could have hurt was me. Alright, we need to nap down. Slapping creepers with a shovel this far into the game, I tell you. Alrighty, there we go. Now, next step. We've got our scaffolding. You know what? I don't even have any food on me at all. Boy. Food. What do we got? Food, huh? Steak? There we go. We got steak, man. Block of iron. We're just going to throw those guys in here. There we are. quickly slob that. Oh, here's something I did off screen. I improved. Oh, spider. Alright, I gotta find my sword. Just all kinds of creepy crud around here, let me tell you. Ah, there you are. Me fine old sword. Alright. I mean, I am in full gear and such. Where'd you go, bugger? Obviously, I need to... Well, where are you? Don't sit around somewhere screaming at me. I hate that. Oh, there you are. You think you were gonna win? Wow. Good for you. Alright, let's carry on. So, we've got these guys. Right? And like I said, they are good and hard. Like, sick hard. Yeah, there you go. Now you notice the one that was something else is no longer something else. Yeah, as I said, they dry over time. So, simple enough. You go... Alright. And they do work like normal scaffolding, by the way. I.e., if you stack them, you can climb up and down them and all those sort of happy things. Alright, CF, you simply want to aim at one of these and right-click. And it should do that. Which is kind of weird, I know. There we are. It should turn it into reinforced construction foam. Now, if you break this before it hardens, it'll simply knock the foam off. So, if you break it after the foam hardens, but you see, it's already turned one of them to stone. That's incredibly fast. Wow. Because you saw there was still one there from when I was recording before that hadn't yet turned. So that, my friends, is the secret of reinforced stone. Oh. And I literally spent the better part of a day figuring out how that was done. One of the main reasons being, it was suggested by one of the big YouTubers that it was steel scaffolding. And that was the only reference. Everybody else was, oh, I did some crafting off screen. Alright, so you take 3 of these reinforced stone and you put with... Yeah. You know, it was the same thing when it came to the metal press. You know, pretty much everybody I saw that built one, you know, simply came up with it. So that made it a little bit difficult to figure out, well, if I need a metal press to make steel rods, how do I make steel rods to build a metal press? Yeah, kind of one of them catch-22-y things. So, our slime forest. Haven't made a lot of use of it lately, but we will. Alright, so now you have the magic reinforced stone. We need to move on. We need a pattern storage, right? So, pattern storage, as I said, it's a couple of lazy beams. It's an advanced circuit, modular storage, the magic reinforced stone, and, well, those crystals, right? Right. So, let's figure that out. Let's go back to pattern. There we are. And these guys. We need crushed obsidian and silicon dioxide. So, crushed obsidian and silicon dioxide. Somewhere, I actually have obsidian. There we are. Let's grab save. And silicon. Now we have, we do have some of the, fortunately I've already converted a bunch of it. Alright, now that's just a thermal centrifuge thing, I do believe. Yeah, clay dust in the thermal centrifuge. So, let's grab, I've got clay right there. So, let's to that. Let's grab 8. Oh, right. It takes X number of these to make one of those. Okay. Now, I believe we need to get you crushed into dust. Speed that up a little. Alright, good start. Now, can I use something else to crush obsidian, i.e. this guy? Apparently. And what are we going to get? Obsidian dust. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, obsidian powder. Uh-oh. Is that actually going to do it? Yep. Obsidian powder works. So, I know this guy's nice and quick. We'll just use that. Alright, that should be a good start. Now, we need to take this. Let's move it into there. Oh, it needs 5 of those. Oh, oops. We still need 2. Turn the clay dust into something usable. Where are we here? You got the rest of yours? You do. Perfect. Where is eat? Oh, it's a bigger machine. That's right. So let's turn it on and it's going to take a while because it's got to come up to temperature. There we go. Ooh, doesn't like that. She's going to debuff. Better not. Yeah, slow process, man. Alright, that will, however, give us 1. Right? No? Why not? Oh. It's not liking that. Why? Can I not make this on a normal grid then? Are you not going to allow that? It just won't do it in the crafter. Like I said, some IC2 stuff just doesn't like this particular storage tablet. Unfortunately, because it would really be nice if it could. Oh, that's it, is it? Alrighty. It's not enough, is it? We need 2 more. Okay. Where are we here? That's just not enough. We need more clay dust, man. Alright, do I have any more? I don't think I actually do. Energium. Alright, so clay. Excuse me. Oh, I've got some clay dust. Beautiful. That's a nice thing. Man. And okay, we need 2 more pieces to move on. How about I have a little nappy? Oh, interesting. Remember long ago I threw some seeds in some water? Check it out. They have turned into charged Certus quartz. Or pure, I should say. Pure Certus quartz. We will use those later. Boink. Into the system they go. Very nice. I don't need you. Don't need you. You. I don't need you. Or you. Or you. Small stones. No. Don't need you or you. What else we got here? Some reinforced stones, some steel scaff, iron rods. Excellent. Small stone. Okay. And let's store it all. Boom. Excuse me. How you doing, thermal thingamaboober? Excellent. What's still running? Nothing. Oh, it must have just been that machine finishing. Alright. So now, we should be able to build our other one of these. Right? Okay. Now, I believe you just smelt these. Right? We need to turn these to here, which is simply smelting. Alloy smelter. Yeah. Any sort of furnace. Okay. Well, guess what? This is a furnace. Oh, right. It's not heated up. So this is going to take as long as a normal furnace. Oops. That's just sad. Come on. And oomph. There we go. Crystal memory. So by loading these here, we get, there we are. And dun 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 dun, a trophy. Ah. Yeah, I have nowhere to put trophies at the moment, do I? So we're just going to start stacking them. There we are. We have our pattern storage. So that goes next in line over here. It's got to be this thing. Okay, it seems to have stopped. So, pattern storage. Right there. So we've got our scanner. As you can see, it takes power. This guy doesn't. Now, we need the last machine. The last machine is the replicator. So, if we have a look, replicator. Here we are, another power tier 4. So it does require some pretty hunky-dunky things. We need an MFE, we need HV transformers, we need these guys. So, we need this guy. Yeah. Now I think, well, not quite. Let's have a look here, shall we? Cable. Yes. Thank you. Alright, now we should, if we go here, okay, reinforced stone. Oops, I already put that back, didn't I? And reinforced glass. So, reinforced stone, reinforced glass, not necessarily in that order. Alright, replicators. So we've got those now. Teleporters require 4 advanced circuits. Okay, so we need, what, 3 of these? Oh, what don't we have? Frequency transmitter. Okay, so frequency transmitters. Oh, right. I need this stuff. There we go. Now we should be a little further ahead. Alright. Frequency transmitters. We need 3. Okay. And teleporters. We need 3. Alright. HV transformers. We need 2. Oh, gotta build the MV transformer first. Right? Oh, I'm gonna need a couple more of those, actually. Now, HV transformer. Okay, why are you not building it? Oh, I don't have the insulated gold cable. Okay. So, let's, oh, I don't think I have enough rubber. Rub. Thank you. Give me another stack, shall you? And, why? There's gold cable. We need gold cable and rubber. Why are you not giving me more? No? Alright, well, I don't care at this point. I can make those myself. enough. Alright, now there's 1. 2. Okay. What else have we got? We need an MFE, which is energy crystals, which is energy and dust. So okay, let's take some energium and go to our compressor. I hear you. Where are you? You buggers, eh? Don't see him. Wow, it uses a lot of these, eh? Okay, I think that might be all we need. So, where are we here? It's this guy we're trying to build, right? Move all the items. What are we missing? Okay, it doesn't want to place them? Really? No, it doesn't want to place them. So, we got to do this by hand. It's okay. It will place it here. Missing item. Basic machine casing. Oh, I've got advanced machine casings. That would be why. Yeah. Basic. Basic machine casing. Alright. Now, are you going to produce me one of these puppies or not? Yes, you are. Storage upgrade. That's nice. Get out of the way. We have our replicator. Wow, that took a while. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's get rid of everything else that we don't need. We end up with a couple extra MV transformers, apparently. And that. So, excellent. Oh, my buddy Mike, he watches this series, and he told me that if you clicked, well, I've got this on this particular display. When you're on this normal one, yeah, you can actually just click these stars and then it will show everything that's on there. I kind of like this one. So, there you go. We have our last toy, the replicator. So, let's place that down as well. There we go. So, not sure what it's waiting for, but it's waiting. Ah, it's building up its energy. It has an internal buffer of 2 million EU, so it's going to basically drain one of those. There we are. Okay. Now it should be producing power a little quicker. There we are. We got all of our magic sunbeam monsters. Yeah, they're completely full, so it easily keeps up with that. So, what do you do here? Well, you take something. Like this. Okay, an iridium shard, because this is basically what I'm going to want this thing to do. And you start here with your scanner, and you drop it in there. And it'll slowly, as you can see, and using a fair bit of power, 512K a tick, it'll analyze one of these. I don't really know what that is, but there we go. So you can see it's not instant. Oh, I suppose I'll put my CF sprayer away. And we'll put it here with tools. And I don't need my book anymore. Even that wasn't as much help as one could hope, to be honest with you. Ooh, look at that. You know how quickly those grow on endstone? Isn't it just crazy? I mean, I picked those at the beginning of the episode. They're almost done again. How are you guys doing? 6 cans. Oh, you need some more empty cans, don't you? Because we will be making more overclockers. We've got tons of machinery. Well, we're at 43%. What else is running here? Ooh, you've made us some plate, thank you. Alright. That should have got rid of the plate. Yes, it did. I also don't want to be carrying this around, because I will end up tapping something with it at some point and blowing it up or moving it or doing something. 70%. Well, long story short, this is going to end up telling us how much of this wonderful UU juice it would take to reproduce one of these out of thin air. Okay, this will store the pattern if it's something we actually want to keep, and it'll tell you the name of the item, how much UU it's going to take, and how much energy. And then this will actually do it. So, and you can see it's still pulling juice. Wow. Here we are. Alright, so 13.3 millibuckets of UU matter. So we can save that, which I'm going to the pattern storage. Or we could delete it if we go, oh my god, no, I can get it for half of that price doing X thing, right? But we're going to save this. There we are. Now, you'll notice something else. Yes, it ate an iridium shard. Those are not easy to come by. Now, in here, this has now stored this. So there we are. See, iridium shard, what it's going to take, etc. And we could go over to this guy, who's still there. And, well, we have to put UU matter in there, right? But that is going to wait till next time. We've gone a heck of a long way here. Yeah, we've gone a heck of a long way in this episode. In fact, to the point where my voice is starting to give out. So, I think, guys, we're going to call it here. Hopefully that was helpful. We got to see how to actually build reinforced stone. Which is really handy because, like I said, I fought and fought and fought. And, yeah, you can just, in the end, cheat it in, I suppose. But here you go. This is how it's properly done. And you can see some of this hasn't even finished changing, but all the rest of it has. So, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please remember to slam that like button. And till next time, well, take care of each other, folks. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. And catch you next time. Ciao for now.